What's up, guys? Coming to you here at the weekly video. A little later than normal. I've been very busy this week. My other boss is in town, so we've been going out after work and living it up a little bit. I was gonna do it tonight, but I forgot I have to go axe throwing with Garrett and some other guys. So getting it in now for everybody. So without further ado, we'll get started here. Got my matchup here versus Philip. I was able to pull this victory out 104-92. I'm looking at my team. Obviously, Tavis Murray got to fill in for Kamara. Had a big game with 30 points. Even though Tyreek Hill lost Patrick Mahomes, I still was able to get 15 out of him. Robert Woods was able to get 11. Sony Michel had the big game on Monday night, which helped me get the victory with 22. And not much else there. I mean, Carson Wentz had a rough week. I had to throw in Darren Fells because my normal tight end was out. Gallup struggled, which was a little surprising. Defense was horrible. Obviously, we're all aware that of the David Johnson situation. So, obviously, it really hurt my team getting only 0.2 when I had Chase Edmonds on my bench who had 34. So I had the handcuff ready to put him in if Johnson wasn't going to go. They said he was active, and then, obviously we all know what happened. Just to let you guys kind of know how it played out for me. So after the game on Sunday, I had a conversation with the Arizona coach, Cliff Kingsbury, and I told him, I said, look, man, you fucked my team. I really got to get the win this week. I said, this is how you can make it up to me. I said, you need to fly to New York. I said, just hit up Sony Michel. He's on my team. I said, I need you to suck him off. So he'll play well. And he said, hey, I'm sorry, I really fucked your team today. I'll go take care of business. So Cliff pulled out one for me. We buried the bridge there. He gave Sony Michel, a good time and, pulled out the victory for me. So I appreciate it, Cliff. Looking over here at Philip's team, Saquon was back in action, not quite performing what you would maybe expect, but got 16. Hooper got what he was projected to get. Philip Dorsett did get a touchdown and had things a little interesting on Monday night for a time being. Got 12. San Francisco defense playing very well with 13. Looking at the bench here, he had Corey Davis on the bench with 17. So if he would have thrown him in there, would have got him 9 more points over a couple guys, would have got him 12 more points over others. I mean, that 12 points would have made shit real interesting. But you're probably not playing Corey Davis over, majority of the guys that he had in his lineup. You may be playing him over Dorsett, but Dorsett only outscored Dorsett by 5, so it wouldn't have made a difference. So good effort by Philip. We'll move on to the next one here. We got a first win this week. Josh finally getting in the win column, so we have no more winless teams. He is 1-6 now. He pulled off the upset and beat John 115-91. Looking here at Josh's team, Minshew at 21 coming through for him. Aaron Jones with 16, got what he was projected. Westbrook with 15. Eckler with a huge game with 22. I still remember we got me and Orlando and Dakota. I'm pretty sure those are the two guys got $20. Eckler going to outscore Montgomery this year, and it's going pretty well in my favor so far, so I'm liking that. I had Greg Zuerlein with 14. Nothing going on his bench for the most part, so he made some good coaching decisions there. I mean, not really anybody with poor performance in his lineup either. I mean, obviously, Le'Veon Bell had a very tough matchup, so you can't expect a lot from him there. I don't trust the Cincinnati offense, so Tyler Boyd not doing well is not surprising. And then the Seahawks defense got 1 point. Obviously, tough matchup, and this isn't the Seahawks defense we've had over the past few years. Looking over here at John's team, Watson struggled a little bit, only had 16. Jacobs played pretty well, got 15. Michael Thomas is killing it, 18. MVS had a big game with 20. Not much else going on there. Nothing on his bench. Some injuries, guys on bye week. Packers defense got him -3, so that definitely didn't help. And you expect the Mark Andrews to do better than 5, but other than that, and obviously Kerryon Johnson, you wanted a little bit better performance out of him. He only had a 2.3. And then obviously he got moved to IR this week, so he'll have to make some changes there. Looks like he does have Carlos Hyde on his bench. And he also had Tevin Coleman in flex, so he's got some options to replace him. I'm not sure what some of these guys have done on waivers this week. Next matchup, we got Orlando versus Dalton. Dalton couldn't pull off the upset for me and got whooped. Orlando got this one 126-75. Looking over here at Dalton's team, Matt Ryan sucked, got hurt in the game, 2.5 points. Marlon Mack struggled a little bit with 7. David Montgomery with a whole point. DeAndre Hopkins finally come to life with 21. So it's nice to see that. I own him in a league. With the injury to Will Fuller, maybe he'll get some more looks, so we'll see how that plays out there. Not much else going on in his lineup. Defense and the kickers both got double digits, so that's good. That normally leads to victory, but your other guys got to get double digits too, and that just really didn't happen there. Nothing going on his bench either. Obviously, he's got Devonta Adams out, which is hurting. Did pick him up via trade. Looking over here at the Orlando's team, Jared Goff come through, had a really nice matchup, which helped. 25, Elliott, beast mode, 24. Diggs had another nice game back-to-back. I expect him to have another good game tonight, considering they don't have Thielen. He had 17, Golden Tate had 11, Allen Robinson with 20, and then not much else going on there. Players on bye, injuries, so nothing going on the bench. Next up, we got Fat versus Garrett. This was another ass whooping. It was 118-80. Garrett had obviously Mahomes get hurt in the game, so didn't get the points he expected there. Royce Freeman played pretty well with 15. Chris Conley had 12. I mean, we're really stretching playing him, but he played well. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Amari Cooper with 13. Kicker got him 12, but nothing else going on in his lineup. Nothing really going on his bench either. Did have Jamal Williams with 11. Could have got a few more points throwing him in there, but rough season so far for Garrett, and his team doesn't look very promising. Over here to Fat's team, we got Wilson struggled a little bit with 14. Fournette had 16. T.Y. Hilton with 16. Cortland Sutton with 12. Patriots defense with 23. I mean, they've been the real MVP this year. I mean, it's fucking insane. They're just dominating every week. It's crazy. Had Dak on the bench with 21. So he could have got some more points playing him over Wilson. Obviously didn't matter this week for him. Kelsey hasn't really had that great of a season, to be honest. Only got him 7. Fitz is struggling a little bit. Had 2. Mark Ingram only was 6. So there are some. Even though I got Fat's team ranked number 1, he's still got a few sore spots in the lineup occasionally. Next matchup we got is Garrett number 2 versus Dakota. Garrett number 2 got the win here, 95-82. He had Jacoby Brissett with a huge game with 28. Derrick Henry with 17. Hunter Henry with 13. Brett Maher, Cowboys kicker, had 15. Made I want to say it was 62 or 63 yarder right before halftime. Nobody else with good points. I mean, played Delaney Walker, had 0. Will Fuller got hurt, only had 1. Alshon Jeffrey and Miles Sanders both with 5. Some sore spots in the lineup there. Nothing going on his bench. Some guys on bye week and injuries. Got the win here without probably his 2 top picks with Mike Evans and Kamara on the bench. So that's always a plus. Looking over here at Dakota's team, Lamar Jackson played well with 23. Julio got 12. You probably expect a little bit better, but once they signed Jalen Ramsey, the Rams, that is, we knew to temper expectations there a little bit. Nothing really else going on with his scoring. Had Josh Allen on the bench with 21. So he played the right quarterback because we can only play 1. Had Gerald Everett with 13. Obviously, you're not going to play Gerald Everett over Evan Ingram, who only gave him 1. Could have played him in the flex, but I mean, it's whatever. I mean, he played Auden Tate there, got him 8, so not a huge difference there. Philip Lindsay only got him 4. Frank Gore was 7. He's obviously going to start splitting some more time now that Singletary's healthy. Terry McLaurin only had 2. He's gonna be tough when you got a lot of guys getting low, in the single digits, pulling off the victory there. And then the last matchup we have here, I mean, it's not even worth talking about. Really, it's 181 to 89. We obviously already got on Derek because the second fucking week he didn't set a valid lineup. I don't want to fucking hear he didn't have service because he was chatting with us in the chat. I mean, unless he's out of the country, you're probably going to have service somewhere in the United States unless you're in the fucking mountains. And he was at the beach in Florida that I know fucking has service. He didn't want to drop anybody. I mean, dude, you got a kicker on your bench. Like, fucking drop him, dude. Nobody gives a fuck about kickers. Like, they're not that big a deal. You got 2 quarterbacks. I mean, just drop one of them. You got a borderline rosterable running back. I mean, drop his ass. I mean, I'm not even sure why you have Gostkowski in your IR spot because I'm pretty sure he's out for the season. Like, he's not coming back. It makes no sense. Not really sure what's going on there, but we gave him some shit. I can see he's got a valid lineup this week. We'll see what happens, and we'll make adjustments if we need to. Looking here, he's got Andy Dalton with 18. I mean, the McCole Hardman got him 10. The Rams defense played very well with 22, but everybody else sucked. I mean, he wouldn't have lost to everybody. I mean, he would have beat some teams, even with his his shitty lineup and not playing a tight end. I mean, he would have beat 1, 2, 3. He'd beat 3 guys. He probably could have beat another 3 more if he would have played a tight end that got him, just a few points. So you never know. That's why you got to play him. I mean, I understand he's like, obviously after the fact, he can say, well, it doesn't matter. I would pick the loss anyways. Well, early on Sunday morning, we don't know who's going to score what. You don't know. So you, as a coach, you got to do the best to put the best lineup you can out there and let the punches go where they may. You go from there. Looking at Michael's team, obviously with his point scored for the week, he fucking killed it. Aaron Rodgers game, probably one of the best games of his career, 44 points. Dalvin Cook had 28. John Brown had 17. Tyler Lockett with 15. Edelman only had 10. Darren Waller had 2 touchdowns with 28. Defense got him 19. Kicker got him 12. Oh, and then we look at his bench. He's got Marvin Jones on the bench with 38. So he could have played him in the flex over Damian Williams and added another like 36 points to his team. I mean, that's pretty crazy there. That would have put him over 200, which is a lot of points for scoring in our league. So good week out of Michael there. I'll have the picks up when you guys watch this video. I'll just cover them real quick. I am 23-19 on the season, 4-3 on the lock of the week, 1-6 on the upset of the week. This week I have Fat beating myself. That is my lock of the week. I have Dalton over Josh, Michael over Orlando, Garrett number 2 over Phillip. That is my upset of the week. I have Derek over Garrett and John over Dakota. So those are my picks. Best of luck to you guys. Obviously, game beyond tonight. It's Vikings, Redskins, and then I'll talk to you guys next week. See ya.